All right, so this footage, the footage in the whole video is taken in Minneapolis, somewhat mid last year, 2021, where I was just getting back to the gym, and at this point I hadn't gotten back to the gym yet. I was just getting back into exercise after about a 5 to 6 month hiatus. And I mostly did gymnastics rings, calisthenics, that type of stuff. I'm gonna sort of do some mirror footage right here in a moment. Anyways, I wanted to use this opportunity to talk about my condition. One of the reasons I haven't really talked much is I suffer from pretty much, I'd say, a somewhat severe mental condition. I don't really like to call it a disorder. Anyhow, it sometimes slurs my speech or prevents me from speaking. So I develop what is known as selective mutism. And it's not like any minor thing like, oh, I have anxiety or I'm depressed, although anxiety and depression are sometimes a side effect of those things. I thought I'd sort of introduce myself to that. One of the main reasons, here I started to make some progress. One of the main reasons I have issues speaking now is there's just sometimes I'm mute, so I don't always get to practice. Other than that, I'm a rather talkative person. My mental condition has caused me to take time off exercising, although exercising is one of the things that sort of keeps me going. And that's what I do. I mostly enjoy just traveling, exercise, reading and writing. I would say I have a few more hobbies, but can't think of them off the top of my head. Anyways, this condition, I think it's more serious than some people think, because it's not like I can't speak due to anxiety or physical damage to my vocal cords, which are all issues in and of themselves. For me, it's like I've had the ability to speak all my life, and at some point in my adulthood, it's just gone. And fortunately, it comes back. I don't want to say it comes and goes. That's not very fortunate. But fortunately, it does come back at times. And I'd say these days, most of the time, I can't speak. Then it's dictated whether you're in the mood to speak or not. And sorry for not being very articulate. I was getting back into basic exercises for any of you beginners out there. You don't need a gym and you don't need the gymnastics rings if you're just starting out. Anyways, back to my condition. It's something I'm really trying to cope with. I don't want to get into the details of my mental condition because there's going to be a lot of people out there who are just like, oh, you have this, or, armchair psychologists can diagnose you from anywhere in the world now. Maybe I'll talk about it at a later date. But for now, I just kind of wanted to get things off my chest. I've written about it, but I've never really vocalized it. So that helps a lot. Oh, this is one of my favorite exercises. It's hard, though, to just suddenly lose your voice. It's frustrating. You try to communicate with people, you physically can't. You'll sometimes feel like you'll want to speak. Well, I sometimes feel like I want to speak, but the words just won't come out. Like as if my vocal cords are paralyzed. I've experienced many other symptoms of my condition, whether it would be, I don't really like to say that I'm a depressed person, um, but I can become hyper anxious. Again, working out and stuff like cardio as well, running, really helps with that. Not only because it boosts confidence, it just makes me less jittery and more grounded. Um, I don't want to get into any split personality disorder because I do have personality disorders to that. It's not what you'd typically call a split personality like in the movie, but I do have a case of multiple personality disorder. And that's why it does feel odd for me to put videos and stuff out or writings out, because it's sometimes so different than I actually am. And it's not a case of posing for the camera or taking on uh, a different persona on the internet or through my writing. It's just how I am in my daily life. I've often had people ask me for many years, and I never took them seriously before actually looking into the disorder. They're just like, "Do you have a split personality? Are you bipolar? Are you?" And I always just thought these were, jokes, lighthearted jokes. But it turns out that I do have, you know, I say severe condition because it actually impacts my daily life. And I'm learning to live with it. And for any of you out there coping with anxiety, depression, anything mild or serious, I do encourage exercise because it's helped me a lot. And as you can see, I've regressed a lot at times. I just don't work out sometimes. I wish I was more consistent. And sometimes life gets in the way, sometimes my condition gets in the way. But it's something that has helped me so much, and that's why I work out. Not because I simply want to look good, which there's nothing wrong with that. I want to look good. And not because I want to be the strongest, but just I'd probably be insane if I wasn't uh, getting any physical activity. I've tried for months on end, and I just couldn't function. Anyways, thanks for anyone who's sort of listened to my rant or watched my footage. This was back when I was in Minneapolis, and I really enjoyed staying there. I was there about 3 months. Anyways, hope everyone has a great day.